I'm Sasha and I've got lots of things to share with you today. First off, we're going to look at verbs. Yep, there are regular and irregular verbs, but we're only going to zoom in on the irregular ones today. A verb is an action word. Here are two simple examples, wink and blow. Let's look at these verbs again. Wink is in the simple present tense, the base form. This base form of the verb is what you look for in a dictionary. When a verb changes its form, it reflects a change in time. So, to change wink to its simple past tense form, to show that the action of winking happened before the time of speaking and does not extend into or have any direct effect on the present time, we add an ed to the end of the word, like this. Wink becomes winked. So, can we follow the same rule for blow? Can we add an ed to the end of the word blow to change its form to the simple past tense, like this? Does blow become blowed? Absolutely not. Blow doesn't follow this rule at all. And why not? Because blow is what we call an irregular verb. It does not follow the regular ed rule. Blow is B-L-E-W, blew, in the simple past tense. Let me show you a few more irregular verbs. Write, drink, stand, fight, beat, and cut. Let's see what they look like in their simple past tense forms. Remember, irregular verbs do not take an ed ending. Write becomes wrote. Drink takes the form drank. Stand changes to stood. Fight is now fought. Beat is still beat. And cut remains as cut. Irregular verbs follow a pattern when they change from the base form to the simple past tense. Some of them undergo a vowel change. Here are some examples. Sing, sang. They sing beautifully. They sang a beautiful song for me yesterday. Can you see the vowel change? That's right. The I has become an A. Sing is now sang. Fall, fell. I always fall down the stairs. I fell down the stairs last night. Okay, can you tell me what the vowel change is? Very good! The vowel E has replaced the A in the word fall. So fall is now fell. Here are a few other irregular verbs that form the simple past tense by way of a vowel change. Become, became. Throw, threw. Break, broke. Dig, dug. Fly, flew. Freeze, froze. Other irregular verbs become new words as their simple past tense forms have different endings and often different vowels. Here's how they work in sentences. Bring, brought. We bring our own food to school every day. We brought our own food to school yesterday. Can you see how the two words are different? Well, there's a change in the vowel from I to O, and the ending of both words are not the same too. Let's look at one more. Leave, left. The boys leave the house at 7 every morning. The boys left the house at 7 this morning. So, tell me, what do you see? That's right, the vowel remains unchanged, but the ending of the word is different. Okay, my friends, you have seen two patterns of how irregular verbs change their forms to simple past tense. Oops, I forgot to mention the verbs go and eat. These are two really odd fellas because they actually become totally new words. Go becomes went and eat becomes ate. But don't worry, these two verbs are among the most commonly used irregular verbs, and I am sure that you will not have any problems remembering their past tense forms. Alright, we're coming to the third pattern of how irregular verbs make their simple past tense forms. Let's watch a video to see how people use irregular verbs that do not change their form at all in the simple past tense. Try and spot those verbs, okay?
Hi Joe.
Hi Daniel.
Gosh, what happened to you?
I fell off my bicycle and hurt myself.
Oh dear, that's terrible.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed.
You should follow traffic rules, Joe. You are lucky that you weren't seriously injured.
Yes, I've learned my lesson. I will never try to beat the red light again.
Alright, did you spot the irregular verbs that were used in the dialogue? You did? Good! But for the benefit of those who didn't, let me tell you what they are. Here's a snippet from that video.
Hi Joe.
Hi Daniel.
Gosh, what happened to you?
I fell off my bicycle and hurt myself.
Joe used the irregular verb hurt. And why is hurt irregular? Because it does not change with time. Take a look at this table and the sentences below it. What do you notice about the two sentences? That's right, hurt does not change its form when it is used in the simple past tense. It remains the same as the base word. Let's look at another clip from that video.
Well, I tried to beat the red light, but I lost control of my bike.
Okay, table, show yourself. Just like hurt, beats follow the third pattern. They do not change their forms at all. Okay, enough of irregular verbs for now. I hope you'll memorize them because you're definitely going to need them when you write. There are many words that we can use to describe people. Here are a few interesting words that you should know. Now, what can we say about this boy? What else? He's just plain unlucky. What about this young girl? Can you find a word to describe her? Poor thing. She needs to control what she eats and exercise more because she is overweight. Gee, I wish I were him. He's so popular. Well, that's 3 new words for you. Why don't you try making sentences with these words? It will help you remember them for a long time to come. The novel How I Met Myself was written by David A. Hill in 2006. It is a supernatural tale of a man's encounter with his doppelganger. Do you know what that is? Well, a doppelganger is a ghostly double of a living person who will appear in order to give a warning that something bad is going to happen. In other words, the main character in the story met a ghost who looks exactly like him. This strange story revolves around an Englishman named John Taylor. He lives with his wife, Andrea, and his daughter, Katie. Let's talk about the setting of this story. Now, the setting is important because it helps you to know where and when the events in the story took place. There are two main physical settings in How I Met Myself. One is in England and the other is in Budapest, Hungary. So how is England connected to this story? Well, it's John's native country. John's parents live in a village near Swindon in England. This is where John and his family spend their Christmas holidays. Then there's a Budapest setting. Budapest is the capital of Hungary and is situated on the Danube River. Most of the action in this story takes place in Budapest's 13th district, where John Taylor lives. He has an apartment there on a street called Holland Utca. This is where the nightmares of his doppelganger take place. John works for a multinational company. His office is on another street called Vaci Utca. He encounters his doppelganger at number 7 Valka Utca, which is also in that district. Zolt's Cafe in Gurgli Utca is another place that is part of the setting. John sees his ghostly double entering a cafe along that street, but upon going inside, John is unable to find him. In the days to come, John would spend quite a lot of time at this cafe hoping to meet the man who looks exactly like him and solve the mystery of his doppelganger. Incidentally, his wife Andrea worked at the cafe before the birth of their daughter. The Budapest City Library also plays a part in the setting of this story. John spends every afternoon there going through all Budapest newspapers. He looks at every event that happened in the month of January over the last 10 years. At long last, he finds a news report about a young mother, Mrs. Zabo, and her child who were killed when a Russian bomb hit a Gurgli Utca building. The cellar in which they died is now Zolt's Cafe. John continues investigating and finally unravels the truth. I hope you enjoyed our time together. I strongly recommend that you revisit episode 1 on this series to get an overview of the novel How I Met Myself. Take care and have a great day. Bye!